Find the 13th term in the expansion of this. So when I'm looking for 13th term, I know R is 12, right? So T13 can be rewritten as T12 plus 1. So I know R is 12, n, that is power of the binomial, it is 18 in this case. So if I want to write 13th term in this, 13th term, that is T13, will be equal to NCR, which is 12 in this case, right? N is 18, R is 12. And then I'll raise the second term, that is this one, with 12. So minus 1 by 3 root x will be raised to 12th power, and the first term will be raised to 18 minus 12, that is 9x will be raised to 18 minus 12, that is 6. This will be the 13th term. Now let us simplify it a little bit. So if you notice 18C12, this will be 9 raised to power 6 into x raised to power 6 into minus 1 raised to 12, so it will become plus 1, 3 raised to power 12, 1 by 3 raised to power 12, and root x raised to power 12 is nothing but x raised to power 6. So this will be cancelled. This term is independent of x. 9 raised to power 6 and 3 raised to power 12 are equal, so these can also be cancelled. So the answer is 18C12. Okay, so the only calculation part is left, and what will be that? 18 into 17 into 16 into 15 into 14 into 13 divided by, because 18C12 is equal to 18C6, right? That is what I am using here. So 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is the calculation that you need to do here, okay? And you will get your answer. All right. Find the middle term in the expansion. So I know when it is, what is n here? N is 7. So number of terms is n plus 1. Number of terms becomes 8. When the number of terms are even, I'll get two middle terms. In case of 8, I'll get 4th term and 5th term as my middle terms. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I look for middle terms, I'll go like this. So in the middle, I have 4th and 5th term. If you want to show it in terms of n and all, you can say that this is odd, right? N is odd, which is 7, n plus 1 is 1. So you can show it like we show in the formula, but I am not going to show that because it is pretty obvious that 4th and 5th term will be the middle terms. So let me find them. T4 will be found, R is 3, right? You need to keep in mind. So 7C3 minus x cube by 6 will be raised with 3, and 3 will be raised with 7 minus 3, that is 4. So this will be the middle term, that is 4th term, right? What about 5th term? T5. So R is 4 in this case. So 7C4 minus x cubed by 6 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 3. This will be the 5th term, right? So these two terms you need to calculate. Let me see if I can help you in simplifying this calculation a little bit. Otherwise, this calculation is your responsibility. In this chapter, I see there are lengthy calculations, and I expect you to do these calculations yourself. So let us see. 7C3, if we are able to calculate, then 7C4 will be equal to this. 7C3 and 7C4 are equal. So we need to calculate only one of these. So let's calculate this. 7, 6 into 5, 3 into 2 into 1, into 3 raised to power 4, into minus 1 raised to power 3 is minus 1. So x cubed raised to power 3 will be x raised to power 9, and 6 raised to power 3 can be written as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 3, right? This denominator. Why have I written it like this? Because I want to cancel this here. This power will go. 3 raised to power 3 into 3 will become 3 raised to power 4, so I have cancelled this. And this is 3 into 2 is 6, so let it go. and I am left with 8 in the denominator, and 7 into 5 35, 35 into 3 is 105. So 105 upon 8 x raised to power 9. I have found you one of the middle terms, that is this fourth term. What will be the fifth term? I don't have to find 7c4 once again because it will be equal to 35. So let me put it directly as 35 into 3 raised to power 3 is 27, or let it be 3 raised to power 3. Anyways, you will understand. Minus 1 raised to even power is 1. So x raised to power 12 will be here, and 6 raised to power 4. So I'll write it as 3 raised to power 4 into 2 raised to power 4. This is 3 raised to power 3. So this 4 will go. Only 1 3 will be there in the denominator. So this is 35 divided by, this is 16, right? 16 into 3 is 48. X raised to power 12. This is another middle term. This is fourth term and this is fifth term. These are the middle terms that I'm looking for. I am supposed to find middle term of this expansion also. Middle term, right? Now n is 10 in this case, so number of terms will be 11. So I know that sixth term will be the middle term. Why? Because when I have 11 term, I can count that it will be sixth term, that will be the middle term. So t5 plus 1 is what I need to calculate. So r is going to be 5, n I know is 10. So 10c5, 9y will be raised to 5, and x by 3 will be raised to what? 5. Right? That is 10 minus 5. So it will be equal to 10c5 into x raised to power 5 by 3 raised to power 5 into 9 raised to power 5 into y raised to power 5. So if you want to simplify it a little bit, this will become, this is 3 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 5. So 1 3 raised to power 5 will be there in the numerator, and then 10c5 into x raised to power 5 y raised to power 5. This will be the middle term of this expansion. Now you are supposed to calculate this yourself and then multiply it with 3 raised to power 5, which is 243. Find in the expansion of 1 plus a raised to power m plus n, prove that coefficients of a raised to power m and a raised to power n are equal. Okay, so what kind of expansion will there be? The expansion, I am writing the expansion. R equal to 0 to m plus n, right? This is the power m plus n. Then m plus n CR a raised to power m plus n. This will be the expansion, right? Or a raised to power r will be there. A raised to power r will be there. This will be the expansion, because we write this as the power of second term. This is what I have written. So this is the expansion. Now what is the proof? That the coefficients of a raised to power m and a raised to power n are equal. So when r is, what is the coefficient of a raised to power m? When r is equal to m, the term will be m plus n cm a raised to power m, right? When r is equal to n, the term will be m plus n cn a raised to power n, right? This is when r is equal to m. When r is equal to n will be this term. So coefficient of a raised to power m will be m plus n cm, and coefficient of a raised to power n is m plus n cn, and these are equal. Why? Because this means what? M plus n factorial divided by m factorial into m plus n minus m factorial, which is m will get cancelled, so it is nothing but m plus n factorial divided by m factorial into n factorial. And similarly, this you can show is equal to this. How will you show it? Because this means that it is equal to m plus n factorial divided by n factorial into m plus n minus n factorial, which will come out to be the same. So you can show that these coefficients are equal. The coefficients of these terms of this expansion are in this ratio. Find n and r. Okay, this is just a lengthy question full of calculations, otherwise there is nothing in this question, because we are looking for coefficients of these terms in the expansion of x plus 1 raised to power n. So first of all, to simplify it, you can write it as 1 plus x raised to power n and then go for it. Otherwise also we will be able to deal with it. Let me write the general term. Let me write the r plus 1th term of this. It will be equal to ncr x raised to power n minus r 1 raised to power r. So 1 will remain 1, right? Okay, and what will be rth term? I need r plus 1th term, rth term and r minus 1th term. So what will be, and these coefficients are in this ratio 1:3:5. So let us check rth term. So I'll replace r with r minus 1, because this is nothing when I am writing r plus 1 here. So I'll have r here. When I'm writing r here, I'll have r minus 1 here. So r is being replaced with r minus 1. So n minus r minus 1. So it will be n minus r plus 1 here. And what is the third term? T r minus 1. So it will be equal to nc r minus 2 x raised to power n minus r minus 2. That is n minus r plus 2. So these are the terms that I have. Now these are in this ratio. The coefficients of these terms are in this ratio 1:3:5. So let us solve it. Let us write it separately here. ncr minus 2 is to ncr minus 1 is to ncr is equal to 1:3:5. This is given, right? Based on this, we will solve the question. There was one example like this, which was very lengthy example. So this is going to be lengthy, but you don't have to worry, because only the calculation part is lengthy. Rest is done, because this is the ratio, right? We just need to calculate it now. Alright, so first part that I'm going to use is this ratio and this ratio. So ncr minus 2 by ncr minus 1 is equal to 1/3, and that will give me n factorial by n minus r plus 2 factorial into r minus 2 factorial here, divided by n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial. I'll write some of the things without explaining too much, right? I'll speak about that, but I will not write everything. So this r minus 1 factorial can be considered as r minus 1 into r minus 2 factorial, right? So this is what this term means. So if I want to cancel this r minus 2 here, I can cancel it, and from here I can cancel this factorial. I can remove this factorial. There is nothing like cancelling this factorial, because this will get cancelled, so I'll be left with r minus 1 here. So this is what I have done, right? So you can write it in your notebooks yourself. I am removing this from here and this from here. Otherwise it will take a lot of space, and I've got limited space on this screen, but I'll keep explaining like this. Now look at this. This is n minus r plus 2 factorial. Can I write it as n minus r plus 2 into n minus r plus 1 factorial? Can I write it like this? Because then I will cancel this with this term and I will be left with this. So I'll remove this factorial from here and this entire term from here. Okay, what else? I can cancel this n factorial. This n factorial is cancelled with this n factorial. So I'll write 1 here and 1 here. Now this will go in the numerator, so it will be r minus 1 divided by this. So it will come here, r minus 1 divided by n minus r plus 2, and this will be 1 by 3. So let me remove this also. This is the equation that I got. Now I'll cross multiply and simplify it a little more. 3r minus 3 will be equal to n minus r plus 2. Believe me, if I had written everything, this would have become very messy, as it became in the example. I have experience from the example, because I tried to write everything, that became really messy. So I will not make the same mistake again. So 3r minus 3 is equal to n minus r plus 2, and if I bring this on the left hand side, it will become 4r minus 5 minus n minus 5 equals 0. This is one of my equations. Second equation I'll get from this combination. I'll take these and 3 is to 5. So let me write ncr minus 1 divided by ncr is equal to 3 by 5. So I can rewrite this as n factorial divided by r minus 1 factorial into n minus r minus 1. So it will become plus 1 here, factorial, divided by n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial, and this is equal to 3 by 5. Let us see what we can cancel and what we can remove. So if you see r factorial, let me change the color. This r factorial can be written as r into r minus 1 factorial, and this r minus 1 factorial will be cancelled with this. So effectively I'll have r here. So let me remove this factorial sign from here. I'll be left with this r, and this term is also gone. And you understand what I've done. This is what I've done. Okay, now what else? Now we will focus on this term, n minus r plus 1 factorial. So I can write it as n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial, and this term will get cancelled with this, and I'll be left with this n minus r plus 1 here. Okay, so I'll have n minus r plus 1 here, and this term will also be gone. N factorial will also be cancelled with n factorial, and this r will come in the numerator. I'll write it here. This is gone in the numerator, and this is equal to 3 by 5. So that's how I get my second equation. By cross multiplying, I'll have my second equation. 5r is equal to 3n minus 3r plus 3. So 8r minus 3n minus 3 will be equal to 0. 8r minus 3n minus 3 will be equal to 0. Okay, this is the second equation. Now I need to manipulate these. So what I see, I can multiply this with 2 and then subtract. So 8r will be cancelled with 8r. This is minus 2n. What I am doing is I am subtracting second from first. So 1 minus 2. This is what I am doing. Okay, first you multiply this 2 inside. Let me multiply. So this will become 8r here. This will become 2n. This will become 10. Okay, right hand side will remain as it is. What I have done is I have multiplied both sides by 2. 8 to 10. This will be like this. 8 to 10. Now if you see, if I subtract these, this sign will be changed. So these terms can be cancelled, and I'll have n here minus 7 equals 0. So n will be equal to 7. If n is 7, I can place it in any of these equations. Let me place it here. 8r minus, I am placing it here, 8r minus 3 into n, that is 21, minus 3 equals 0. So 8r is equal to 24, r is equal to 3. R is 3, n is 7. This is what I had to find out. This calculation was a little lengthier, otherwise there is nothing in this question. Okay, so you need to take care while calculating. I hope I have been able to explain it to you to your satisfaction. Let me find the next question first. Okay, prove that the coefficient of x raised to power n in the expansion of this is twice the coefficient of x raised to power n in this expansion. So what will be the general term in this expansion? It will be 2n c r and then x raised to power r. Okay, so what will be the coefficient of x raised to power n? I'll get the, so coefficient of x raised to power n will be, when I replace this r with n, so it will be equal to 2n cn x raised to power n, right? So this will be the coefficient. So coefficient of x raised to power n in this expansion is 2n cn. And what about coefficient of x raised to power n in this expansion? Let us see. 2n minus 1 cr x raised to power r. Let me write it first like this. Then I'll replace r with n. So what is the coefficient of this? It is 2n minus 1 cn x raised to power n. So this is the coefficient. Coefficient of this is 2n minus 1 cn. Let us see if this is twice of this. Okay. How do I check that? I can do that by writing this in expanded form. That is 2n factorial divided by 2n minus n, that is n factorial into n factorial. And what about this? This is 2n minus 1 factorial divided by 2n minus 1 minus n. So it will be n minus 1 factorial into n factorial. And this can be written as 2n into 2n minus 1 factorial. This is just the manipulation part which is left, n factorial into n factorial. And in the next term you will see your answer, 2n into 2n minus 1 factorial divided by, this can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial into n factorial. So you can cancel one of these n's. Now if you see, denominator is same like this, numerator is same like this, but there is this extra 2 here. So obviously it is double of this, right? This is what you need to show. I hope you will be able to show it perfectly in your notebooks. I have written it in, not in a perfect manner. So you want to write it in your, I want you to write it in your notebook in a perfect manner, explaining each and every step. Find a positive value of m for which the coefficient of x square in this expansion is 6. So coefficient of x squared, when do I have x squared here? When I have mc2, right, x squared. This will be one of the terms in this expansion. I need to find positive value of m for which this coefficient is 6. So for mc2 be equal to 6, what should be m? M should be equal to 4. Why? Because this will be m into m minus 1 by 2 into 1 equals 6. Otherwise also we know if there is 2 here, m will be 4 for it to be 6. We have memorized these because this will be 4 into 3 by 2 into 1. Otherwise if you want to show it like in examination, so you show it like this. So this 2 will go here, m into m minus 1 will be equal to 12. So these are two consecutive natural numbers, right, or positive integers. So it will be equal to 4 into 3, that will be equal to 12. So m has to be equal to 4. Otherwise you need to solve this quadratic. M square minus m minus 12 equal to 0. So you factorize it like this: m squared minus 4m minus 3m minus 12 equal to 0. So you will get m equal to 4, right, or m equal to, let me factorize it, m into m minus 4, then minus 3, this will be plus 3 here. So you'll get m equal to 4 or minus 3. Minus 3 is obviously not acceptable, so m equal to 4 is your answer. Anyways, m will be equal to 4. So this was about this exercise 8.2. Thank you.